Hi, welcome to Pony Thoughts.
The Red Tides.
Pony in my favorite place in North Carolina.
Blah, 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 work, blah, 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 blah.
Get ready for liftoff.
Recording?
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the Ponyverse podcast. I'm Helen.
And I'm Lil Megs.
Reporting live from our new studio.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be echoey in here now that I'm speaking.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But it's echoey everywhere else we've done it.
That's fair. You have a cupcake pimple patch.
I have two.
Oh, wait. Because you're a little cupcake.
And I'm so pale it kind of blended in. It's pink and blue.
That's so fun. So we're back after taking last week off because we said we need to regroup.
Mm-hmm.
We need to re-strategize. I feel like there was so much happening that we were like kind of scrambling every week in all transparency. So we were like, we want to kind of get back to what we wanted the show to be. We love keeping it like raw and real and authentic, but we were like, we do need a little bit of structure.
Mm-hmm.
So we made a little plan.
Yeah.
And don't like hold us to this plan too much, but I think what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and do like alternate between junkisodes of us just like talking about
X, Y, and Z.
X, Y, and Z, thrift pony updates, like random things, fashion, pop culture, whatever, and then interviews with people from both people who work at Thrift Pony and so the ponies,
Mm-hmm.
and then interviews with the verse. So like people outside of Thrift Pony, either like customers, people we've collaborated with, local business owners, people who we just think are interesting, like, and maybe celebrities.
Yeah, because you know a bunch of them.
I think that like we can get to that point though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our plan. So we can call this season 2.
Okay, sure.
First episode of season 2.
Season 1 was a pilot.
Season 1 was our pilot. We were getting our footing. We were figuring it out. We were, yeah.
Went
so
viral after the first.
first episode. We had one clip go viral. Like it was like the first clip I posted. I said, oh. Megan got exposed to internet hate.
Right.
But you realize that it's not that bad.
Well, don't put words in my mouth.
I feel like you handled it better than I thought you would.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Is this working? Hello. Okay.
So yeah, today's our junk episode. We're gonna separate it into different sections, so it's
Wait, we have segments now.
yeah, it's easier to digest.
So our first segment is called Phone Home. Like, get it, like Ponyverse, like aliens?
Yeah, right.
So Phone Home is like therapy but like mental health moment, like just us talking about like what's on our minds and like what we're going through in the moment. So what do you want to phone home about today?
I have a very obsessive personality, and that has always been true. And I talked about the pit on the last episode, and it spiraled into something like much worse.
Wait, can I say something first before you go into it?
Yeah.
I went home yesterday, or I had a whole adventure. I'll get into it more. But the first thing my mom said when she saw me, she said, "I love Dr. Robbie too."
Fellow fangirl.
Yeah. She said I was listening, and I said, Chris. That's my dad. And she got really excited because her and my dad watched the pit. I don't know if she fully knows what fan fiction is, but she loves that you guys were watching the same thing.
I can give her some recs.
Yeah.
But no, I just I get so involved in a fictional character, fictional universe, or like even a musician. This has always been a thing. Like I used to watch The Incredibles 5 times a day when I was a toddler, and then it was Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and then it was Tinkerbell, and then it was Johnny Depp, and I watched every single Johnny Depp movie at the ripe age of 9 years old.
Is that your sexual awakening?
No.
Or did it happen before that?
It was, I think it was Jeremy Sumpner from the live action Peter Pan.
Okay.
Sorry. But What's Eating Gilbert Grape at the age of 9 years old? Crazy movie. Have you seen that?
No.
Wow. Wow.
No.
Well, it's the first movie. It's really what got Leonardo DiCaprio on the map.
Okay.
He played Johnny Depp's younger autistic brother,
Mm-hmm.
and when he was on the red carpet, everyone was like, "Oh, he's not like autistic. He was just acting," and everyone was like, "Wow, good actor." So then from Johnny Depp, it was like Alice in Wonderland, Pirates of the Caribbean. Then I went into Leonardo DiCaprio, and then I became obsessed with Melanie Martinez. I even bought her hat off of her Depop before she was popular. And then I had to hard cancel that because she got canceled. And then I like tried to get obsessed with like 21 Pilots or something, and I was like, oh, this isn't sticking. And then One Direction during COVID, and I was like, oh.
Wait,
great.
you didn't start becoming obsessed with One Direction until COVID?
No, I was a Five Sauce fan. Like, my friends liked One Direction, but I liked Five Sauce. Still do. Can't wait for their tour. But
That's 5 Seconds of Summer.
Yes,
Okay,
sorry.
cool.
Sorry. But then I became obsessed with One Direction at the ripe age of 19.
Mm-hmm.
And then that has been going on for a minute. And then I kind of mellowed out when Harry, like, disappeared, and then now it's the Pit. And I thought it was going to be Harry Styles again because
He's back.
He's back, but
So this is your mental health moment. You're just really obsessed.
yeah,
Okay.
it's all consuming. It's really, really bad.
Any, like, I don't even know what I want to ask you about this. like, do you just feel like sick?
No, yeah. Yeah. Like, if I'm not thinking about it, I feel like guilty
Yeah.
that I'm not thinking about it.
Oh.
So then I have to start thinking about it, and then I get this, like, peak of serotonin or dopamine, whatever, and I'm, like, riding on a high.
Yeah.
But then when I'm not thinking about it, I'm like, oh, God, I need to start thinking about it.
I feel like because you, like, don't drink or do drugs, like, this is your drugs and alcohol.
This is my drugs and alcohol.
Like, you go home at the end of the day and you're like, get on the lines.
Fan fiction, AO3.
Okay.
That's me.
That's you? Okay.
Just know that while we're filming this, I am thinking of the Pit.
I really do want to start watching it. What's mine? I don't know. I feel like my brain is a scramble.
Just talk about your trip and how
No,
you...
no, I will. Yeah, okay. So I am feeling better in general, just about like, it's like money stuff is like the biggest stress in my life right now, just because it's like, and I've done this multiple times before. It's just like each time it's on a bigger scale when we're opening a new store of just the money just draining out of my bank account and not really coming in at the same rate. And it takes a lot of mental strength to not be like, get emotional about it and be like, I suck. My business is failing. Like, I'm a failure. It's like, no, it's just like, I'm like investing in things.
Right.
But it's like, it's always like, I think I have enough money, and then like all this stuff happens. Like, we had to close, we had to do this, we had to do this. Things got behind. We're opening later, and then it's like, okay, now I have to like put stuff on my personal credit cards, which I really don't want to do, and like, but it's fine. But I went on a little quest the past few days, so I feel like so much has happened since we last recorded.
Yeah.
Okay, I went on a quest. So my parents they were supposed to have sold our childhood home in like September. Like, they've been moving out since September, but like they haven't even listed it, and it's nowhere near ready. But because I have the new store and a new house, I'm like, okay, I need furniture, and I'm like kind of realizing I need a lot more than I thought because this place is huge. And we booked our first birthday party event. It's a Pisces themed birthday party here. So I'm like, I gotta have like couches and things for people to sit on and tables and stuff. So I was like, I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna fly home to DC and rent a U-Haul and drive stuff back. But a one-way ticket to DC was like $400, and I was like, that's so stupid. Flights to DC are never expensive. So I thought about taking the train there, but it's like a 9-hour train. I was like, that's a waste of my time. So then flights to New York were $75. And Whitney Levitt is starring in Chicago till the end of the month. And I said, a girl needs a little inspiration. A girl needs a little musical theater in her life. So I flew up to New York on Sunday, got like a really fast dinner with my friend Liana, went to go see Chicago. Whitney was so good. Like, I don't really know what to expect. Like, I figured she'd be good, but like, her singing was great. And she's like a great actress, and like obviously she's great at dancing. And I was like, I was like, you're made for this. Like, get off reality TV. Like, come and do this. And it was really just cool to see. I was like, she's just like a mother of 3 who like probably thought her life was like destined to be like a stay-at-home mom in Utah, and like now she's here doing this. And I was like, that's cool as fuck. Like, I love it. And like the theater was packed, and like I bought my ticket kind of late, and it was like a front row seat because it was randomly, it was a pretty small theater. It was at the Ambassador Theater in New York. and it was like on the end of the front row. So I was like, but I was like 1 foot away, not even 1 foot. I was like 3 inches from the stage. So when they came over to my corner, I was just like, they were like in my face.
Did you like that seat?
I liked it more than you made me think I would.
Okay.
Because it like was a little bit like, and there were like certain parts I couldn't totally see, but then like the view was really good for other parts, which was cool.
I guess it's also because I'm shorter.
Yeah.
So I really have to crane my neck back when I'm in the first couple rows.
Yeah. I guess because I was on the side too, I kind of just like looked to the side.
Right.
But yeah, it was really good. I think I still like the play of Cabaret more.
Girl, Chicago has nothing on Cabaret.
Yeah, like I don't think I was expecting it to. I just like when I went to Cabaret, I was on mushrooms, but I like it was like an immersive experience.
No, it actually is. You have to get there early. You see all the
Like when you walk in, people are like dancing. Like
Yeah.
it's and like when you're getting a drink, you're like in Cabaret.
Right.
And like it was
It's also
it was
a
theater
circle
in
in the round.
Yeah, theater
So,
in the
like,
round.
yeah.
So, but yeah, I just love a girl who goes after her dreams. That was my theme of the past few days. And then I took the train, got lost. I took the Amtrak to my parents live in Alexandria, which is like 30 minutes south of DC. So I got the Amtrak to Alexandria. But when I was on the Amtrak, it was like we're stopping for an hour in DC, and I was like, my parents live like 30 minutes from here. I can just get off the Amtrak, take the metro, and get there faster instead of sitting here and waiting an hour to go 30 minutes. But then I got on the metro and I just like was kind of tired, so I fell asleep. And then I woke up and I was back at the stop that I got on the metro at because it like there was construction, so they stopped it like 3 stops before my parents' house and just turned around. But I wasn't paying attention because it probably takes like 25 minutes to get to my parents' house. So I just zoned out. So I just got back off. And I was going to get back on again, but I was like, it doesn't even go all the way. So I just got an Uber and it was fine. And it ended up taking the same amount of time. But whatever. So like I was a city girl. I made a mistake. I love taking the train though, like just like looking out the window. Like I loved looking out the window at like New Jersey. I was like, this is so like Sopranos. Like it was so gray and ugly. But all the little houses are like the exact same. They look the exact same as on The Sopranos. Just a Jersey girl. But yeah, and then I was at my parents' house and it was like such a quick, like I got there, I took a nap. We like packed the U-Haul, I went to bed and I woke up and then I drove here. But I was like, am I even saying goodbye to my childhood home? Like, this is freaking Boy Who Cried Wolf. Like, I've been here 4 times saying goodbye to my childhood home. I think I have one more trip. But my brother's moving to Arizona, so it was like my last time seeing him before he moves there, yeah.
What the heck?
But he might come visit at the end of March, so maybe I think he'd be a really good guest on the podcast. He's very mysterious and knows a lot about astrology and is just a weirdo.
Just like you.
So, do you ever like look at your siblings and you're like, we have the same genes? Like, how'd that happen?
Girl, yes.
Like the same thing that made me made you, and we were raised in the same exact environment, and I turned out like this, and you turned out like that.
Yes.
Like it's crazy because there's obviously like things to our core that we're similar on, but like the way that we both live our life. He lives in an elementary school. He's lived in an elementary school for the past 6 years.
Well, and your hair's pink.
And my hair's pink. And I drive a bus. Anyways. But anyways, that's all to say. I feel sometimes like you have to create your own momentum, and that's why I went up to DC because I was like, I feel like I feel like I'm a racehorse sitting in a cage at the Kentucky Derby, like waiting to go, and I feel like we just haven't been able to do anything here, and I'm just like spending money but like not doing anything, and I think I've gotten a lot better at managing this anxiety, but like I was like, I have to just like go do something and create the momentum, and it kind of worked because like when I came back, they were like, we're painting the building. I came back and the building's pink, and we have furniture, and like. I don't know. Sometimes if you feel stuck in life, you have to just like do something to get the ball rolling and to like, I don't know, kickstart the energy of the universe. So therapy wise, that's mostly it. Like, I don't know. I keep trying to reassure myself. I'm like, this is kind of woo. I listen to these like Abraham Hicks like manifestations on YouTube, and it's very much like woo woo, like money is in your vortex. You just have to believe it's like coming your way. And I feel like I'm just trying to believe that. I'm like, would I act this way if I had like a bazillions of dollars, if I knew a bazillions of dollars was coming to me in like a few weeks? And so I'm just trying to relax and like not avoid my bank account, like still looking at the numbers because that's important, but also not like trying to remove the emotions from it, which is hard. And it's like we're trying to balance there's so much happening. Hiring, new store, old store, content, blah, blah, blah. Taking it one step at a time, being okay with not being perfect, being okay with messing up, being okay with taking a few days to respond to some people's emails. And yeah.
Good therapy session.
Okay, moving on to our next segment. It's called F-Mom. Favorite media of the moment. You kind of already just talked, your mental health was media related, but do you want to talk some more about, let's talk about Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, let's talk.
Let's talk about it. Okay, because we have, I think, different thoughts, but we haven't talked about this yet.
We do.
Okay, what are your thoughts?
Well, Valentine's Day was this weekend. I went on actual Valentine's Day with Maria and Aaron, girl Aaron, and I've read the book, or I listened to the audiobook in whatever. And I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like the book. The characters were just insufferable. Like, I know it's Gothic literature, but like, it was so miserable. Yeah. I didn't like it. And the plot, like, whatever. I understand why it's a classic. I understand why people love it. Like, it was Charlotte Bronte. No,
Emily Bronte.
Emily Bronte.
Yeah.
Emily Bronte did an amazing job. I love that girl. But I didn't like the book. And I was very upset with myself for not liking it. So then I was like, okay, what's this movie? Like, this movie gotta be better. Like, they look like they're getting freaky in the trailer. Like, it's Jacob Elordi, Margot Robbie. Like, I gotta like it. I didn't like it.
Why?
I hated the characters.
Yeah.
In the book. And everything else about the movie was completely different than the book, except the characters. And I'm like, that's my least favorite part of the whole thing. So why would I like this?
Yeah.
There's a whole second half of the book that was not in the movie.
After something that significant happens.
Yes. And I was like, what the heck? It, like, not redeems the characters, but
It explains.
Yeah. So I was like, well, this was just a waste of my time.
Yeah.
I felt they had no chemistry. I didn't like their chemistry, at least.
Okay.
But it was beautiful. Acting was okay. It was fun. Love the soundtrack. I know, like, most of the songs off the top of my head. Like, I know all the lyrics. So there were some redeeming qualities, but I didn't like it.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay, so I misheard you because you told me that they don't hook up. You meant, I think, they don't hook up in the book.
Yeah.
I took that as they don't hook up in the movie, so I went into it being like, this is just gonna be some, like, boring, like, period piece. I'm not, like, a huge period piece person. Like, I'm getting more into them. But I was like, this is just gonna be, like, boring. They don't even hook up. What's the point of having, like, these two hot people if they don't hook up? And then they, like, hooked up a fuck ton. I was like, okay. So I think I had really low expectations. I never read the book. I like, if a movie is, like, pretty scenery, like, that pretty much will do it. Like, it was just, like, pretty, and the people were pretty, so I liked it. I guess they could have had better chemistry, but it was good enough for me. They were, like, hot enough that it didn't really matter. I was like, Jacob Elordi has a little earring and a gold tooth. Like, I don't really care. I don't really care what else is happening. Yeah. But I think I loved the, like, I actually really liked how it was, like, it was classic, but then they had some, like, modern, like, I don't know, just, like, the montage of her with all the, like, sparkly, like, the decorations in the rich house, like, was definitely not, like, true to the time period. But I thought that was kind of fun because it kind of matched the soundtrack because, like, I was also, like, Charlie XCX on a period piece. But I think it fit because it was, like, Wuthering Heights in quotations. Like, there were parts of it that weren't totally, like, historically accurate to the time period. But I think, I mean, like, I know people were just like, oh, it's just, like, smutty, whatever. I'm like, sue me. I like it. It's fun. I thought it was fun. I don't think it was one of those movies that I left and I was like, that changed me as a person. But I do think it was good. And I liked her outfits. And I just think she's so pretty. And, like, she's so good.
I love that time period. Like, I love the 18th century and everything about it. So I am very particular about what kind of media I consume when it comes to that. Like, I like accurate stuff. I
Yeah.
like when costumes are accurate, like how they talk, how they carry themselves. But there are some good ones that are kind of like a satire almost. Like, have you heard of The Great with Elle Fanning and Nicholas Hoult?
No.
It's a TV show on Hulu, and it's about Catherine the Great, and it's like making fun of the story, and it's so hilarious and raunchy, and it's like accurate enough to the time period, but they're making fun of it, and you know it has like a modern twist on it. That is a great example of showing like modern and that time period.
Yeah.
So like that, perfect.
Yeah.
But this one, it felt like it was trying to be a little too serious and a little too in that moment, but wasn't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm a stickler.
Yeah, I think I don't have the higher standards. And like, I just think Jacob Elordi is so good at, I don't know if he's a good actor. I honestly don't know. I can't like decide. I think he's just really good at playing like a hot, like kind of evil, freaky man. Like Nate Jacob. Like he reminded me of Nate, but like anything else he's been in, I'm like, that where he's not like a kind of evil, freaky hot guy. I'm like, okay. Like, I'm like, I don't know if you're good at acting or you're just really hot and maybe kind of evil yourself. So, like...
I mean, I'll say, Margot Robbie did not give a great performance in this either.
Oh, I thought she did.
I just feel like the writing was kind of bad.
Yeah.
But, who am I to say?
Yeah, who's to say? Honestly, I think it was like... I'd say it was a solid 8 out of 10.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like, okay, if 10 out of 10 is something where, like, you think about it all the time and it, like, changes the way you see the world and, like, perceive anything, like... That was an 8 to me. Maybe a 7.5.
I gave it a 2 out of 5 on my letterbox.
Oh, okay.
So...
I need to talk about... Okay, so you were talking about your obsession, how you feel sick.
Yeah.
I have one.
Okay.
And it's nothing new. Well, it's new to me. Okay, I finally watched Heated Rivalry. And...
In there,
Yeah, I know. We haven't talked about it on the podcast, though.
Maybe not.
Okay, I watched it. And I was like... I watched it the first time. I watched it like a week ago. And I was like, this is really good. It's like really hot and sexy, whatever. But then it like marinated within me. And like, okay, when I first watched it, I was like, there's no way this can be as good as the hype. Like there's so much hype around it. But then I was like, I watched it and the first few episodes, I was like, this is clearly like a low budget like production. But then like the like last 4, I was like, this is like beautiful. Like this is incredible.
Helen swallowed the Yowie pill.
What does that mean?
It's like gay boy smut.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. But I was like, this is like beautiful. And then, it like really the athlete part of it resonated with me because I was like, I get the like, okay, like swimming was so sexually charged because everyone was hooking up and like there was just so much like adrenaline and like everything was so heightened and everyone was so like passionate. Also, everyone was really fit and naked most of the time. And like I was just like, it like reminded me of that. And then I was also just like, there's no way that the guys weren't all hooking up. Like in their tiny little Speedos. Like, and like there were some like openly gay swimmers, but like the really macho ones. And like it was kind of like where you would have like at least hockey on a team, but swimming it was like you would have like a rival. Like it would be like individuals, so like 1 versus 1. And like I don't know, there was just so much sexual tension there, like at all times. So I'm like, oh, I want to like go back and it like makes you look at it all differently. But well, it kind of, and like, okay, so I watched it the first time and I was like, this is beautiful. But then I was like watching more edits and like thinking about it more and I started watching it again and I was like, I don't even like believe that straight love is real anymore. I was like, this like erased like all like love stories between a girl and a guy. I'm like, I don't believe any of these anymore. It was just like the most like genuine and true portrayal of love I've ever seen.
I think that's why so many people love it. Not only just like
the acting is so good.
Yeah.
Like they're so incredible and like, and I've become like, okay, at first I was like, they're hot, whatever. But now I'm like, I feel kind of maternal towards them. I'm like so proud of you. Like, they did such a good job. And like, it was such a risk because like, it was for some dinky Canadian network. They work at the freaking spaghetti factory. And then they just like took this chance, and it was like you're gonna be naked as fuck. Like it's gonna be like whatever. Which like I mean I'm sure they were like whatever, but like they didn't know it was gonna be this big thing. So like they were just like desperate for a role. I feel like, or they were just like wanted to do something, and then I listened to like every interview they've done on my drive on the U-Haul, and I was just like, I'm just so proud of them. And they just were like, they both seem so genuine, and like they just want to act, and like that's all they've ever want to do. And like they were kind of like getting some roles and then like not, and like in that struggling actor thing, and then in like 30 days they've become like the most famous people ever. But they're so like charming. And they're so, I don't know, there's something about it where I'm just like, I'm just so proud of them. And I love people accomplishing their dreams. But like they did such a good job. Like also like I also bought the book at the airport. I'm almost done with the book. It's exactly the same as the book. Like the casting I was also just like, how did they cast the most perfect people for this?
Right.
Because like Alex was like, maybe it's easier when it's like less famous people, but I'm like, I feel like it'd be harder because like they're not as good of actors, but these were like the best. This was the best acting.
I disagree with that.
Okay.
I think it's the smaller people.
Better. Because they want it more.
They want it.
Yeah, they're hungrier. Like, because they were hungry.
Yeah. And that's why I love the director so much. He's like, I'm not going to have any big names in my movies because I want small Canadian actors. And that's awesome.
And they were
you know,
so good.
there's obviously still actors who are dedicated and like really struggling. Like, again, Timothée Chalamet. He has said he wants to be the best. And he's putting
he like learns guitar and stuff for like a role. And
yeah. I just feel like he is one of the people that is famous for acting and should be famous for acting.
Yeah.
And then there's other people like, I'm not going to say their names because I'm not going to call out people's faves.
Yeah,
but,
we might want to have them on the podcast at some point.
Right. But like, come on. You're barely putting anything into your movies anymore. Just like,
They're like, it's like a cash grab kind of thing.
yeah.
Just
I invest your money and go live off the grid.
I just was like so inspired by them. I was like, you just have to do what you love, and you have to like I listened to Connor's they were both on Evan Ross Katz's podcast, and I listened to like both their interviews, and he was like, if you don't wait till you have like a certain number of notoriety or a certain like following or certain anything like before you do the projects you want to do. Just like go and make them yourself, and like you can't like wait for things to come around. You have to just like do it. And I thought that was so sweet. And they're like 25 and like they're so, I just like love them. Like I just like want the best for them, and I just want them to accomplish their dreams. And I just think like at first before I watched it, I was like, I think people are just liking this because it's like hot guys like having sex. But like no, that changed like my view of like love in the world.
The thing is, most queer media is either a timepiece and then tragic.
Yeah.
There's like no such thing as a happy queer love story. Like, it is very rarely that happens, and if it is, it's not good.
Yeah.
Like,
well, and I feel like they like took it seriously too, because I feel like if when you hear like hockey smut, they could have just made a joke out of it,
Right.
and it would have probably gotten a lot of, it would be like, haha, this is so funny, I'm watching this like gay hockey show, but it was like a deep, impactful love story.
Right.
That was beautiful.
and it was like, it's a time period, in a sense, like a capsule of what it was to be like in Western. Well, I guess he's from Russia, but like it ends in 2016, right? When does it end?
Like 2017, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like that time period, gay marriage wasn't legalized in the US until 2015.
And it was like, okay. Like, I feel like Shane's like perspective of coming out was like, it would be fine. Like, no one's gonna like burn me at the stake, but it's also like, I know how people talk about it in the hockey. Like, it was like his parents would have been accepting, but not like, it was still like scary. And then like Ilya would be like illegal.
It's just
His dad like needed to die.
crazy.
Spoiler alert.
How much we've progressed since that time period.
But I think that things like this are like so are like the most impactful thing for it. I don't know, just the fact that it like, I feel like so many people are watching it.
There's just like, I don't know how much you watch, but there's like Fellow Travelers, My Policeman, History of Sound. All of those are like time periods for gay men, like 60s or starts as like the whatever. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Mid 1900s, and how illegal it was back then until now. I don't know.
Yeah.
We've made progress.
This is someone who never watches movies, but like my time capsule of it was like, in my head, the first one was like Brokeback Mountain.
Right.
And I watched that in high school, and that like changed something in me too.
Right.
I got really high and was eating Jello with my friend in my basement, and I watched it, and we were both just like,
Especially for two
pretty
non-queer
famous, and they were like pretty famous.
Yeah.
And
To risk their career for that.
And I don't know if, like, I know people are like, how queer people play queer characters, but I would argue that, like, having someone so mainstream is, like, gets more people to watch it, and it, like, spreads the story.
Remember
the whole
Clay
more.
y'all?
What?
In Glee? First queer couple on television that really made it okay.
Yeah.
Love Glee.
But I feel like, and then the second one was, like, Call Me By Your Name. And then the third one's, but that's, like, me as someone who's, like, not ingrained in media at all and doesn't, like, watch anything ever.
Right.
But because those I feel like are the most mainstream ones.
Right.
But I feel like this one, like, and I think they said this on one of the interviews they were doing, but they're like, it's important how it showed like the mechanics of like gay sex too, because I feel like people don't, like, that's not represented where like straight sex it is so much. And like I was watching it with Alex, and he was like, how can they do missionary? And I was like, bruh. But it's like, that's important. Like, I don't know. It's like representation. And if it's like a young kid watching that, I don't know. I just think it's like I thought it was very beautiful. I just like, I want to tell them like that I'm really proud of them.
I mean, even in like,
And it's all I can think about.
in high school and stuff, like when we had sex ed, we did not talk about gay sex.
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
Hopefully they start doing it now. But we are in North Carolina, so maybe other states were doing it.
We should have like thrift pony sex ed for high school.
Let's move on.
Okay, that's media of the moment. I'm trying to think if did you watch Bad Bunny Super Bowl?
Honestly, no. I was too busy watching the moment.
Wait, did you like it?
Yeah.
Okay, I need to see it.
It was really good.
Okay, wait, maybe I'll see it. We can talk about it when I see it.
Okay.
Like this is what happened to me like last week. I was just overloaded by like hot guy stimuli, because like I've always thought Bad Bunny was like cute, but I feel like I never like got that into his music. And sometimes for me it's like I have to see them performing it live to like get it, you know? Does that make sense? And like I thought it was like mesmerizing, and I was like, okay, I get why everyone thinks he's so hot. So I was like getting edits of him. I was getting Heated Rivalry edits. I was getting Wuthering Heights edits. Like there are so many freaking edits. My whole page is just like edits now. But I thought he was so good. Like I really liked his message. I thought it could have easily been like, fuck everyone, fuck this. And like I do think that the message of like love and like celebrating his culture was like really, really good.
That's why
And I
Bad
think-
Bunny's so awesome.
Yeah, like
because he's not fuck everyone. He's love everyone.
I know. But I was like, I think he could do it. Like he could unite the country. He could cure like whatever's going on. Anywho, it is now time for our monthly stakeholder update. Inventory manager Little Megs, do you have any inventory management updates? What's trending? What's hot?
Oh God. Phil was wrong. There's no more winter. Everybody wants spring.
Yeah, Punxsutawney wrong.
Yeah, we had like a buttload of booty shorts come in yesterday. All really cute. People are starting to buy skirts again. Not like they weren't, but like increasing in it. People like florals, but not too much florals. But sweaters are still doing great. It's weird. People either buy a bunch of
It's like a cozy spring sweater. Like a sweater you would wear with shorts.
right.
I did my little like January data deep dive, and what I found like high level was like in January people were buying like high quality like cozy staples like jeans. It was our highest selling jeans month compared to like all the months of 2025. It also on the like daily sales were higher than our average daily sales for all of 2025. Like if you average all the months of 2025, our January 2026, each day the sales were higher, but we were just closed a bunch. So it was a little rough. But I was like, that's good. Like we're trending higher than that. And then like something I thought was really interesting was Zara is like always our top seller, but in last month in January, Madewell was the top seller, and Zara, and this is like all taken as a percentage of like total sales, so like it's controlled for like the fact that January sales are lower, and like Madewell made up like a higher percentage, and Zara went down.
I will say that's probably due to the fact that we actually have a Zara here now, and people aren't ordering it online, so they don't have to return it or consign it to us. So they're trying it on, and then it fits them. So
That's so smart. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
yeah.
But yeah, Madewell went up. The like fisherman core type brands like Ella Bean and like Pendleton and Orvis and Eddie Bauer, those all like went up as a percentage. And it was a lot of just like neutral, like cozy. The natural fibers community is still like really going strong. I don't know if this is a new thing. It just feels like it's been like ramping up to me. Like in interviewing people to work here, in just like hearing what people are requesting, I feel like everyone keeps talking about natural fibers.
Right.
And I feel like I've gotten more into it now that I've like seen people care about it. I'll like look at things and I'm like, now I do kind of feel gross touching something that's like polyester. Like, I didn't care before, but now I'm like, oh, like, I never understood when people were like, ew, this like is gross. And now I'm like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's like 100% cotton, I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
What else?
As you mentioned earlier, or are you still talking about inventory?
I'm done, but you can add stuff.
You mentioned earlier our building's pink now.
I know. I really didn't think they were going to be able to do it before we opened, but it seems like they're doing it. Shout out to Craftworks. Actually, this episode is brought to us by Craftworks Paint. They gave us an incredible deal. They're a local paint company, and it was going to cost a shit ton of money to paint this building, and they're doing it for a shit ton less.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. We also got our first Thrift Pony like brand deal.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you guys can wait and see what it is, but it's for like a local business, a local thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really excited because like I don't want to just take any type of brand deal. I mean, obviously for a price I will. I'm human.
Yeah.
But I don't know, people ask us to promote stuff a lot and I say no usually.
And we're always about community. Like, we always want to support the people around us that support us.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go support like I'm not gonna promote some random like place if I've never some random like I feel like I get like cool sculpting people who always want me, or like infrared like skincare. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with
It doesn't really
doesn't,
align
like-
with our values either. Like,
yeah, I'm almost like I don't go there.
yeah.
Like I don't know, I don't care.
Yeah.
Also, like my body is perfect.
Exactly.
So why would I need that?
Right. Unless we get sponsored by Ozempic, then maybe we'll talk. But yeah, no, it's awesome because we get to support two local people or businesses that, I don't know.
Yeah, so shout out to Craftworks. I think they were gonna give us a code for like a discount on to share with our people if you want anything painted, I guess. No, but like Allie just had her like one of the girls who work here just had her kitchen professionally painted, so we'll put that in the show notes. But I think one of my goals for 2026 was to start making money off social media. Like I never want it to be like the main reason I do it, but I'm like, it'd be cool if I did.
Yeah, so season 2 of the Ponyverse, bring us our sponsors.
We're looking for sponsors.
Get that view count up so we can get monetized.
Oh yeah, share with us with anyone who you think is interesting. We also love feedback, like if there's any topics you want us to talk about, or guests you want us to have. We're gonna try and do guests like every other week.
And if you want to be on it,
Oh yeah.
hit us up.
But yeah, what else for stakeholder update? Focuses this week are getting the dressing rooms painted here, getting it furnished. We're gonna have a craft night where everyone can come and we do crafts together, and we outsource the labor of crafts.
People always say
People
they
always
wanna
ask,
go.
and I think it would be really fun. We'll buy you guys pizza if you come. And I like had this dream of choreographing like a song and dance for our grand opening, kind of like sororities do. I don't know if that'll happen. Pony, welcome to Club Pony. Doors are open now. Welcome to Club Pony. Your dreams will come true. I feel like nipple tassels somewhere
Right. It's like a sorority.
and a top hat.
Oh, this isn't necessarily like that impactful for us, but there was a small indie film being recorded at Camp North End, and they were filming inside the store.
Yeah, so check out, I think it's a Roku special.
Roku?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not to be, Megan used to watch, Megan loves a Tubi special.
I love a Tubi special. Go on Tubi, scroll, find something random, watch it.
But there's a Tubi special that had Two Scoops in the background.
Yeah.
That's a local, or shout out to Two Scoops. Honestly, this episode is brought to us by Two Scoops and my love for them. It's my favorite place in Charlotte. I am conducting a scam there right now. It's not scamming Two Scoops though. I accidentally
Stop while you're ahead.
No.
You don't stop.
They can't stop me.
Okay.
It's through Square. So I go there like 2 or 3 times a week. And like you go to the counter and it's like one of those Square things and you put in your phone number to get your rewards. And I'm big on my rewards. But I've always had, like, I didn't realize they did stars for a while. So like when I realized I had like 120 stars and I was like, hell yeah. And then I kept using my stars to get free ice creams, but they never went down. I was like, they're never getting like deducted. Like I would always have like over 100 stars. And then one time I said it to the guy because I'm friends with some of the guys that work there because I go there so much. And I was like, yeah, like it never like mine never go down. I think it's broken. He's like, no, it's because you put your phone number in too early and it gets attached to the other person's, like the person before you's order. So, and then it gets attached to their entire Square account. So anytime that they come back, like last night I got like 5 stars. And I wasn't even there because somebody who I had linked my phone number to, like, went back there and I was getting all their stars. So I now have my...
I tell Two Scoops.
No, I posted on TikTok. Like, I think they know. Like, I talked to them about it. But, like, it's not... I don't think they can change it because it's, like, through Square.
That's so funny.
But nobody changed this. But some reason it's connected at Sabor, too. So I have a bunch of Sabor points, but I never go there. So... I don't even know what you're talking about.
Roku special. They said, I don't even know what it's called. Apparently there's already some episodes out and they
Hocus Pocus?
It's not Hocus Pocus.
Isn't it a reboot?
That's what they said.
Oh, it's not.
But they were wearing like Spirit Halloween costumes of the Hocus Pocus characters.
What if it was like a porno?
Okay, there were so many children.
Oh.
No.
No.
And they had a DSLR camera and a dream. Like, they were...
Kind of like us.
Exactly. And, like, they came to the store and started filming. And then I was like, they didn't even let me know. Whatever. And then I was like, you want me to turn the music off? And they were like, you're hired. I was like, okay.
Well, the guy who asked me if they could film just showed up and he had, like, a neck beard and this, like... a hamburger shirt on, like, and he was just like, hello, and I thought, because they like needed a manager, and sometimes when I get called up to talk to someone and it's a man about a manager, they're always trying to sell me something, so I was just like, but he was actually so nice.
No, he was so nice. He had a YMCA shirt when I saw him.
Yeah, but I was like, you don't look like real. Like, you don't look like you work for anyone right now. But yeah, whatever. He was like, you really would let me film in here? I was like, yeah, I don't care. So yeah, look out for that on Roku.
Yeah, and then we have like a bucket of lingerie, and there's like panties in there, and one of the actors started playing with the panties and did whoop, and like flung it off of her fingers, and they were like, "Look at Mary!" And they started filming. She was just doing it, and then they started filming her doing it. And, oh my god!
This reminds me of that one like magazine photo shoot we did. That like wasn't real.
Oh my god. Okay. We're not going to say what magazine it was.
It was like an AI magazine. I'm pretty sure.
They contacted us to do a photo shoot, and then they gave us some magazines of theirs, and then I was like, this does not look real.
It was all AI.
Yeah, and I was like, this old lady does not look real. And it said on the bottom AI.
It
And
was like AI fashion and all.
Yeah, like flipping through it, almost all of it was AI.
Well, and then like they showed up with this like rinky-dink camera and this like weird old lady and like
Careful.
it just was like the weirdest.
We never got this.
We never got the photos. They were like, we're inviting you to the magazine launch. Like they were acting like they were freaking Vogue. But it was like, there was no way any of the photos were good. It was like you standing in the corner with like a pillow.
Yeah. I don't know.
I need to stop talking so much shit on here.
Yeah, I don't want to talk bad, but it's like
they were nice, but it was just like, it was one of those things that gave you like weird vibes.
Right.
Like it was weird. It felt very like weird vibe.
And I looked really cute that day, so I really, really wanted those photos. Mm-hmm. But
We never got
We
them.
never got them. Anyway.
Okay. Our final segment is current thrifting hyperfixation. What's something like that you really want right now, or that you like really would get excited to come into the store?
That's a tough question. I don't know why. Every time I go to the bins, I'm really looking at velvet.
Oh, ew.
You know, whoa.
I hate velvet.
Okay, I know you do. But like, I know it's a very like winter, like holiday material, but I don't know. I've been like looking at it for myself, not for the store, but like for myself that I want velvet. And I haven't found any good ones.
I think I'm getting ready for my quarterly like style, like Helen Goes Shopping style revamp, because like I don't know if it's because Neptune just entered Aries, but my Saturn return also just ended. There's a lot happening right now astrologically. But like the result is like me wanting to be really hot.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I always think I look good even if I don't.
It's all the sexy men in your life.
I know. Like, but I'm like, I need to start, like, it's like I'm not always hot present, like I always feel hot, and like I don't have to look good to feel good. Like I always like
Period.
I feel good all the time. And I feel like I always think I look hotter than I do. But I'm like, I want to wear outfits and people be like, who the fuck is that? And I go through phases of that. So I think I'm about to get on Depop and spend some money. But I want like tall boots, tiny little shorts, tiny little skirt, crazy dramatic like coat or like jacket type thing, crazy top, something where you look at it and you're like, what the fuck? I think I'm gonna be dropping a bag at Fashion Brand Company. I just feel like I'm reinventing myself right now, because like I don't know, like it really is crazy. Like my Saturn return ended and I'm like, oh, don't give a fuck at all anymore. Like in the best, like I give a fuck about myself, but I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me. Like, you know, I've always been saying like I want haters, all this. I'm like, I don't give, like now I'm like not, I feel like I'm not scared to post like certain types of content because before anytime I post anything, I'd be like, imagine what the hate comments could be, or like what I could get canceled for that or whatever. And now I'm like, do it. Fucking do it. Hate me, cancel me, I don't care.
Don't attach me to that.
No, but I'm like, I feel like before I was like, I wanted haters because I wanted to get over my fear of like people not liking me. Because with every successful woman, it's always the same arc. You become like, people are really into you. They like to see you like on the up and up. And then once you make it, they are like, let's tear this bitch down. They tear you down. And then it's only if you rise up again after being totally torn down that they are like, okay, you can rise up. Like, okay, think about like Taylor's.
Sorry, think about your Hamilton bracelets.
But like, okay, I don't know. Taylor Swift is like the only example, but it happens to like literally every fucking woman, of just being like totally canceled and like dragged through the mud, and then it's only when you're like, no, fuck this, and you come out at the top that people like. It's almost like, can she withstand this? So I'm like, okay, if my goal is to become anything like in the public eye or anything substantial, whether it's like in my entertainment career or like in my business career, I'm gonna have to like get used to this. But I do feel like, and I really have not gotten much hate really ever, but I'm like at the point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck, say what you want about me, like I know who I am, and like nothing anyone can say is gonna like change my opinion of who I am.
Love.
Yeah. So if you don't feel that way yet, just wait for your Saturn return, because it's coming. It's coming. You're not for a while for you. Oh my God. You got like, you're probably, so Saturn's in Aries now. You're probably Saturn in Taurus. I don't know exactly years.
I don't know what this means.
You got like 3 more years.
Okay.
But it is crazy because my Saturn return started in 2023, like right after we opened the first store. And it's ending now. And I do feel like that was like a very definitive cycle. Like I felt very lost before it. And then like through it, I've learned like so many lessons that have given me so much confidence where I'm like, I feel like I can do anything now. Like I feel like I've learned how to like manage people, have hard conversations, like manage money without getting emotional about it, put myself out there, get rejected. Like I feel like I've learned I've learned I have to be organized. I've learned how to communicate. I've learned like everything. I've learned everything there really is to learn, and now I'm perfect.
Right.
That's how I feel.
All right, Helen. What article of clothing are you this week?
A micro short.
Ooh, tell me more.
I'm just like feeling slutty. I'm feeling sexy. It's warm outside. You're seeing my legs. I just feel like showing, and I feel like when you show up in like a crazy booty short, people are like, oh, like she's not fucking around. Cause like, I think because of school, like, you know, in school, they made you have like your hands go super far. And I always like wanted to wear booty shorts, and I always was wearing booty shorts, and I always get dress coded. And now as an adult, it's just like powerful to wear like a tiny fucking short with your booty cheeks hanging out, I think. What are you?
I am like a pair of early 2000 Old Navy jeans that are like boot cut, and they have the tiny, tiny little pockets that don't hold
That you put like a
anything.
little, like your fingernails in?
Yeah. Your press-ons, you pop them off and put them in there.
Yeah.
They're like super
Oh, I meant
worn.
like you just go like this.
Oh, yeah, that too. But they're like super worn, but they're like cute, and you just feel good in them.
I love that. Why?
I don't know. I feel like I've been just grinding,
Yeah.
and then
But you've been really old, like you've been all reliable too. Like you've been really reliable. You kind of always are, but like that's like Old Navy jeans is like old reliable.
I feel like closer during the episode.
On our beautiful vintage couch. Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us so much on the Ponyverse. Tune in next week for our first guest in like 3 months. It's gonna be a good one. You're gonna love it. All right, have a good day. Bye. Love you guys.